Well, the second half is about to get underway here at the rig in Pearland, Texas. You're listening to TexanLive.com right now. I'm Mark M. Johnson along with Chance Bond and production engineer James Blunt. We have ourselves quite a doozy here. 46-0 Pearland on top of South Houston right now.
Well, South Houston's going to get the ball to start this second half. So let's see if we can get Joshua Romero can move his mighty Trojans down the field.
They're going to need to get to work pretty quick. At least make this game respectable. It could be just about out of reach at this point, but let's see what they can do. Ball fielded on the bounce around the 7-yard line. Maybe gets 5 on the return up to about the 12-yard line. These kicks actually, as we mentioned earlier, Chance, that I don't know, Coach Heath pulled him on the sideline, and he told his kicker something, and he hasn't kicked one out of the back of the end zone yet, and it's kind of worked out in their favor. As you had mentioned, they haven't gotten the ball to the 20-yard line very much.
It is strategery, Mark. Strategery, as Will Ferrell would say.
Strategery.
Your kicker's a weapon, use it. And Pearland has a kicker that's a weapon.
Cody Bernstein, our player of the week, our co-player of the week, along with his teammate Cody Williams last week. So here is the first play of the second half. It's a run up the side, or actually up the middle.
That's going to be Williams just off tackle there. Now, they're trying to create some space in here, trying to be able to – everything is going to be predicated off if they can run the ball in between the tackles, then they can get their play action to work. They can get their play action to work, then they can get their deep balls to work. So it's kind of you've got to do this. It's just like setting up a test. You got to move your pawn to move your bishops. So it's kind of a slow process for the Trojans here. But again, and we said it earlier in the first half, you can't eat an elephant all in one sitting. You got to eat it piece by piece.
Well, I'm still looking for a first down from South Houston. We all are. They haven't thrown very much as they make a run up the middle. The ball
fumble.
actually comes loose. Still on the ground. Falling over. It looks like the Oilers got it, if that is indeed a fumble.
And that's going to – they're calling it a fumble. I see the line judge on there. He's already pointing. That's going to be first down.
Well, Pearland is forcing more turnovers with this big 46-0 lead. Just over a minute into this half, they've got the ball back.
And, I would like to say that I knew who ended up with that ball, but it was moved so fast and it passed hands a couple times that I never did really see who ended up with the ball other than the entire Oilers team.
Yeah, it's just so – we've seen it all night. Just a bunch of black jerseys down there.
Well, first half stats for you, Mark. Ronald Adams had 5 rushes for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns. Devere Pinkston, 4 rushes for 79 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Here's the first play of the half for Pearland, and they're not going to get much on that one. Trying to spin, but getting to the 15-yard line.
That was a swarming defense there by the Trojans. That's the first time I've seen that up to this point. I'm going to give the tackle on that to number 59, David Espinal. Thank you, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
My pronunciation guy there.
Adams actually with a 1-yard loss on that last carry brings up a 2nd and 11. A quick throw to the outside is complete, but stopped by a few players for the Trojans, and they'll bring him down. May have gotten back to the original, or back to the regular line of scrimmage, rather.
And as Connor Blumner throws that pass, he went 6 for 7 for 56 yards, only 1 incompletion for the entire Oilers team in the first half. Jacob Whitehead went 6 for 6 with 141 yards in the first half.
Incredible. Every time they threw the ball, you just expected it to get in the hands of somebody and make something happen, and it certainly happened that way in the first half for the Oilers. Here's a 3rd and 11. No gain on that last play. And a fake handoff and going up the middle.
That's Pinkston.
Oh, still on his feet. It looked like he was taken down around the 10-yard line. Stayed on his feet somehow.
I called that because, as I said, that's Pinkston. I said the same thing you did, Mark. I thought the play was over.
Somehow that just kept moving. That pile gets close to a first down.
Some of the wide receiver stats from the first half. Cody Williams went 3 catches for 27 yards. Brady Basso with his 43-yard per catch. He went 2 for 45 yards. Slows down his average there a little bit. He got timeout.
There's a timeout for South Houston. Their first one of the half. It's 46-0 in favor of Pearland with 8:55 left in the third quarter. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
If you want a real authentic Texas barbecue, you need to come to Tin Roof. We've been doing barbecue for 12 years, and we're just a little mom and pop barbecue joint. Everything is cooked fresh here. We have brisket, sausage, chicken that's cooked fresh every day, ribs cooked fresh every day. We have the world's best turkey, and then we do like 15 side dishes, and the side dishes are all from scratch. On Friday and Saturday night we have live music. We'll have a band playing outside. So if you get a chance, come by and see me.
Just over 3 minutes have gone by here in the second half. Pearland with that 46-0 lead. They're facing a 4th and 1 on the 5-yard line of South Houston after recovering a fumble.
They're going to just pound this rock here.
Quarterback's going to keep it himself. He looks like he's going to be stopped shy of the end zone, but he's still good for a first down. I thought for a moment there he was going to get in.
That's Blumrick on that, on the keeper. Again, these Pearland quarterbacks, both of them, it's a dual-threaded quarterback. Equal. They get equal snaps on both ends. They both run and pass the ball well. Pearland, tough team.
Andrew Blanchard coming in off the bench. He's going to set up to the wide left. 2 in the backfield next to the quarterback. Here's the snap. There's the run on 1st and goal, and maybe a 1-yard loss on that stop. Ronald Adams on the carry.
And that's Mario Herrera on the tackle. Mario Herrera is another one of those both-way players for the Trojans that plays both wide receiver and defensive back.
Tristan Gibson checking in now.
Now, I will say this, Mark, that South Houston right now is playing some tough defense. You could consider where the ball was at and where they had it.
Bit of a Statue of Liberty play, but getting his way and finding it into the end zone is Ronald Adams with another Pearland Oiler touchdown. That's
going to be Ronald Adams' 3rd touchdown for the game. Now, I will say this, though, that South Houston, that was their best stand. Considering the field position that they gave the ball up in, and it took them 8 plays to get in. Now, I'm not trying to say anything kind of disrespectful for South Houston. That was a good stand for them.
Definitely making progress on that one. Kick by Pearland, up and good, the extra points. Kicks it through. 7:33 is left in the third quarter. It's a 53-0 lead for the Oilers over the Trojans. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Cody Bernstein yet again with another kickoff coming for Pearland's
And they got the O's out here, Mark.
Pass is going to, or the kick, rather, is going to go about the 25-yard line, taken there. Little pooch kick. Out 6 yards on the return.
I'm convinced that's a strategy.
Not giving them an opportunity to take it very far out, and definitely not giving them a touchback. Trying some things, and you can do that with a 53-0 lead.
Yes, you can. We'll see if the Trojans again can get something going here. Now, you said they're yet to have a first down, and they've yet to pass the 40.
Here they go with their first play. It's a pitch. Not going to get much on it. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's going to be Williams on that. Davion Williams. He's a sophomore running back again for South Houston. If he could get something going, he's got to get a push from his offensive line. But Pearland's defense is just playing outstanding, and it's been pretty difficult for them to get any kind of room. But man, look at that! South Houston's still coming hustling out of the huddle. Those kids have not quit.
Ball on the floor, fumbled. And it looks like they're going to be fighting over it. The quarterback, Joshua Romero.
I think he recovered that.
May have gotten to it. Yes, I think you're right there, Chance.
Now, I want you to watch these kids as they come out of the huddle. There's nobody's heads down. They're sharp. They're crisp. They're still running off the field. This team has not quit, Mark. This Trojan team they're still fighting in them.
And they're going to need a lot of fight in them. They got Manville next week. Got their work cut out for them.
Well, they got a pretty tough district that they're in as well. But, again, as they hustle out of the huddle, they're sprinting to their spots. That's a team that hasn't given up on each other. Romero.
Rolling out of the pocket to the right. He's looking for someone downfield. He doesn't have any options, so he's going to throw it to his intended receiver. But Richard Jackson was just in the vicinity. I'm sure he was just getting rid of it. There's one of the players down over around the 47-yard line, so we'll take a quick injury break with 5:58 left in the third quarter. It's 53-0 the Oilers over the Trojans. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
Big Star Ford, Houston's fastest growing Ford dealer. Why? Huge discounts, most for your trade. Explorers, $6,000 off. Fusion, $7,000 off. F-150, $12,000 off. F-250, $15,000 off. And now, every car, truck, and SUV has 0% interest for 72 months. 0% for 72 months. Don't walk, run. These deals end soon. Big Star Ford, big city discounts, small town dealing.
It's a 53-0 Pearland lead over South Houston. Let's see what's happening and some of the other scores. Chance, what do you got?
Well, we have Thursday night scores that we'd like to pass along to you. Alief Elsick Rams 43, the Kempner Cougars 23 yesterday. Now, one of the games that you can actually catch back here on TexanLive.com. And we'll go ahead and watch this punt here real quick because there's an outstanding ending to this one.
Isaiah Chaney deep in the back. He's going to call a fair catch around the 42-yard line. They're going to say it was on the 41 that he caught it. First and 10, Pearland when they come out on offense.
Do yourselves a favor if you're listening here at TexanLive.com and listen to Straight Jesuit Crusaders versus Morton Ranch Mavericks. That game had 2 lead changes late in the game. I don't necessarily want to give the ending away. I'll just say that it was 50-49 with a huge comeback by Straight Jesuit to win that game. We have Cy Creek Cougars 34 to Langham Creek Lobos 31 yesterday. The Hightower Hurricanes, who are surprised to everybody, 44. Travis Tigers 6. We'll get this Pearland play in.
There's the snap and the handoff. Another fake throw, getting about 5 yards. Still on his feet, fighting for more. Wow. About a 5-yard gain there for Pearland.
We had Clear Springs Chargers 43, the Brazos Wood Buccaneers 21. Clear Creek Wildcats 37, and the Clearbrook Wolverines 17. Lamar Texans, who a lot of people are saying Lamar is a very underrated team in the Greater Houston area, Lamar Texans 73, the Sam Houston Tigers 0. We had the Davis Panthers 64 against the Lee Generals 20. We'll check the rest of this.
Here's the 2nd and 10. Looking to go downfield. Now rolling away. Flag on the play. Likely holding. Taking it. Now there's another
at the
flag.
end. So there's two. One on the front of the play, one on the back of the play. You're looking at probably, like you said, holding on one end, and there's, I'm going to say, probably pushing out of bounds on there.
Well, those plays might actually offset each other. Holding's just going to go against the offense, so that's going to be a 10-yard penalty there.
Now that's Pearland's first penalty of the game, Mark.
Surprising. Didn't get somebody to jump or anything on offense or defense yet.
Nothing. Very disciplined team on.
4 wide receivers set. 2 on each side. 3-step back. Pass is completed. That is up to Tristan Gibson.
And we had yesterday, big game on the big show. Westfield Mustangs 39, Montgomery Bears 13. That puts the Westfield Mustangs at 4-0 and one of the top-ranked teams in the state of Texas. Klein Forest Golden Eagles 17, and the Klein Bearcats get themselves a win 24-17 over the Klein Forest Golden Eagles.
Here's a 3rd down play. Had about 7 or 8 to go. Not enough for the first down. Whitehead gets up close to midfield, but he needed to get to the 51-yard line of South Houston territory. Officially, it's going to be 4th and 3 on the play. Let's see what Pearland decides to do. Nothing to lose, of course. Only the shutout.
I got some current scores if we're looking for those, Mark. Got the Woodlands Highlanders 38 over the Conroe Tigers nothing. Game kind of jumped up pretty quick, didn't it?
I would expect that from the Highlanders. Very, very good team over there in the Woodlands. Here's the next play from a scrimmage out to the outside and getting out of bounds. Pearland, that run was made. Well, he's number 38 on the field. Don't have that on my roster.
No, and we had said this, that Pearland is going to end up going pretty deep in the roster, and they're going to try to get some of these younger guys mixed in. And what better time, really? And not, again, nothing against the Trojans, but Pearland it's a machine, and you got to continue to feed the machine. So they're going to get some of their younger guys in here, and some of those guys aren't going to be available quickly on the roster sheets that we have. Spring Lions 10, Decaney Wildcats nothing.
Quick throw out to the corner and dropped. Very rare that you see that from the Pearland Oilers, but an incomplete pass there from them. 2:57 now left here in the 3rd quarter.
That was only Pearland's second drop of the game, second incompletion of the game. I apologize. That Spring Decaney game is with 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Klein Collins 39, Klein Oak 7. That can be heard right here on TexanLive.com. And that's with 6 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Klein Collins has got themselves a heck of a football team, and so does Klein Oak, as a matter of fact.
I'm actually surprised to see that game so spread apart like that. Here's the next play, taking it down. And for the first down, the Pearland running back gets to the 28-yard line of South Houston. Moves the chains.
Well, I got a little bit of out of the area games. I got Galveston Ball 17, Santa Fe nothing. And that game is actually a completed game. Clear Lake is playing at home against Dickinson. Dickinson Gators, one of the top teams in the area. Dickinson is winning 47-10 at halftime.
That ball comes loose. Recovered. Looks like Pearland's going to keep the ball. Yeah, Dickinson not a team that Pearland wants to hear around here. That was a team that eliminated them last season in the playoffs before they were eliminated by the eventual state finalist, Cy Ranch. Looks like there's a timeout down on the field with 2:08 left in the 3rd quarter. The Oilers with a 53-0 lead over the Trojans. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
Colin Kaepernick, quarterback, San Francisco 49ers. Trains, feel like it's one of the best places to train. They definitely make you put in a lot of work. They're going to make sure you're ready for whatever obstacles going to come up during the game, no matter what you're doing. So I feel like
Turn
it's
this
the
up
best
pretty
place
quick.
for me.
Quarterback for South Houston rolling out, finding a receiver. It looks like that's
a
going to be
completion.
Around the 42-yard line.
I know that I sounded like I was pretty excited there, but that's actually South Houston's first completion of the game, and I hate to say that, but I think that's their first down as well.
Well, it's close. They're very close. Still be about a yard shy of a first down, it looks like.
In say a lightning delay right now, Willow Ridge and George Bush.
Almost lightning here at this game before it
Right.
started.
Thought we were going to get out of that. We got the West Side Wolves, 63. Milby nothing, with 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Well, so much for a first down there. Stopped in the backfield, probably for a loss. Will bring up third down. Looks like it's a 2-yard loss on the play with the forward motion. So it'll be 3rd and 3 for South Houston.
The Port 20 over the Deer Park Deers, 10. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Channelview Falcons, 21. Memorial Mustangs, 7.
.110 left in the third quarter over in this game. There's a flag thrown, or the whistle's blown before the snap was taken. There's going to be a timeout down on the field by South Houston. 1:08 left in the third quarter. 53-0 Pearland over South Houston. It's TexanLive.com.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Fans, don't forget to tune in to the Fox Sports Southwest tonight after our game from 11 to midnight for the Houston High School football wrap-up show presented by TexanDrive.com. Join Howard Chen, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they take you around the city with the best high school football in town. The Houston High School football wrap-up show presented by Texan Drive. That's tonight from 11 to midnight only on Fox Sports Southwest.
Well, as we get in also to some District 22 scores.
Well, rolling out to the side here. And looking for somebody downfield, not finding anybody. Going to take it himself on 3rd and 3. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Another 4th down coming for South Houston. They may as well go for it. I would say here, being this close.
They need to.
And this far down.
This is the deepest they've been in Pearland territory. Alvin 27, Sam Rayburn 14. Manville 49 over Pasadena, nothing.
4th and 3. They're not going to be able to get it stopped. Actually, probably for a 1-yard loss on that play. It'll be a turnover on downs for South Houston. Pearland's going to get the ball back around the 40-yard line in South Houston territory with their 53-0 lead here in the third. 15 seconds remain on the clock.
And the New Caney Eagles 21 over the Barbers Hill Eagles 7. And that's with 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. New Caney making a bounce back after their first loss of the season to CE King. Cypress Ridge 21, Cypress Springs 21, and that's at the half. Jersey Village Falcons 35 over Cy Falls 21. At Road Stadium, we have the visiting Katy Tigers, 41, against the home Katy Taylor Mustangs, nothing.
Visitors in their own stadium. I love it. Somebody has to be the visitors eventually at some point. Two Katy schools going at it over there. Here's first play for Pearland in their next drive. That should take us down to the end of the third quarter. 2 seconds, 1 second, and it does. That's the end of the third quarter here at the Rig in Pearland, Texas. It's a 53-0 game. Fourth quarter's coming up next here on TexanLive.com.
Big Star Ford, Houston's fastest growing Ford dealer. Why? Huge discounts, most for your trade. Explorers, $6,000 off. Fusion, $7,000 off. F-150, $12,000 off. F-250, $15,000 off. And now, every car, truck, and SUV has 0% interest for 72 months. 0% for 72 months. Don't walk, run. These deals end soon. Big Star Ford, big city discounts, small town dealing.